A Yocto build can look like one command followed by thousands of lines. In this class, we make that process readable. We will follow configuration, layers, recipes, tasks, packages, and image generation through the official Yocto workflow. Then we will inspect a completed Yocto 6.0.2 Wrynose build and trace BusyBox, from its recipe to generated packages and finally into the image manifest. By the end, you will know what each stage contributes, where its evidence appears, and which questions belong to deeper BitBake analysis. The official workflow separates the build into inputs, processing, and outputs. User configuration selects the build policy and target. Metadata layers contribute machine settings, distribution policy, recipes, classes, and patches. Recipes identify source and describe the work needed to transform it. BitBake parses all of that metadata, resolves dependencies, and executes tasks. Those tasks produce packages. Image construction selects packages for a root file system, while a separate task can produce a software development kit. This diagram is our map. The completed classroom build will show concrete evidence for each major stage. These terms describe different objects. Configuration supplies values that govern the build. A layer groups related metadata and makes that metadata available to BitBake. A recipe describes one buildable component or target. A task is one unit of work derived from metadata such as fetching, compiling, or packaging. A package is generated output containing files that can be installed. An image is a target file system assembled from selected packages, plus the artifacts needed to boot or deploy it. Calling every stage a package hides the relationships we need to understand. Our test uses the stock Pokey reference distribution, the 64-bit x86 QEMU machine, and the minimal core image from Wrynose 6.0.2. The workspace already contains a successful build completed before this class. Its metadata cache, package feed, manifest, and deploy artifacts therefore exist before filming. This setup lets us verify how one selected build connects metadata to output. It does not measure cold build time, prove another machine configuration, or demonstrate that every available recipe is installed in this image. Configuration answers several questions before any recipe is built. The machine identifies the target hardware. The distribution selects policy. The download and shared state directories control where fetched source and reusable task output are stored. The temporary directory contains the active build work. The package class selects the package format, and image features can change what the root file system contains. The layer configuration tells BitBake which metadata collections it may consider. These values combine from several files, so reading one configuration file is not enough to prove the effective result. The first check asks BitBake for resolved inputs rather than trusting a diagram or an isolated file. This matters because configuration assignments can be inherited, overridden, or supplied by enabled fragments. The selected target fixes the release, distribution, and machine. The inspection should report the active fragments, every enabled layer, and the final values for the machine, distribution, download directory, and shared state directory. If any of those differ from the planned classroom target, the rest of the evidence would describe a different build. Here is the effective input inspection. The result identifies the QEMU 64-bit machine and Pokey distribution we intended to inspect. It also places downloaded source and Wrynose shared state in project-controlled caches outside the temporary build output. The layer table contains 3 stock layers: Open Embedded Core Metadata, the Pokey distribution layer, and the Yocto reference board support layer. No custom product layer participates in this public image. This check verifies BitBake's resolved configuration for this workspace. It does not yet prove that all metadata parses or that an image artifact exists. The official layer model separates related instructions so they can be shared, reused, and changed independently. A board support layer carries machine-specific metadata. A distribution layer carries broad policy. A software layer can carry applications, libraries, services, and their recipes. Layers can also extend metadata from another layer, so their order and compatibility matter. A layer is not a file system layer inside the final image, and enabling a layer does not install everything it contains. Enabling it only makes its metadata available for parsing and dependency resolution. The observed layer table now has a practical meaning. The core layer supplies the common recipes, classes, tasks, and configuration that form open embedded core. The POKI layer supplies the reference distribution policy selected by this build. The reference board support layer supplies machine metadata used by QEMU targets. Together, they provide enough metadata for the stock minimal image. Their presence verifies discovery, not image membership. To discover what is actually built and installed, we must move from layer scope to recipes, dependencies, generated packages, and the image manifest. BusyBox gives us one component to follow. Its recipe file identifies version 1.37.0 and includes shared BusyBox metadata. The source list points to the upstream archive and to configuration files and patches supplied by the layer. A checksum pins the expected archive content. Additional inherited metadata defines common task behavior, dependencies, configuration, packaging, and licensing. The recipe is therefore an input description, not the installed program, and not an RPM file. BitBake combines this recipe with classes, configuration, and dependency metadata to create the executable task graph. The official workflow expands a recipe into ordered work. Source is fetched and unpacked. Patches are applied. A recipe-specific sysroot supplies headers and libraries from dependencies. The component is configured, compiled, and installed into a controlled destination area. Packaging analysis divides those installed files into one or more output packages and runs quality checks. For an image target, root filesystem tasks select packages from the feed, install them into a new filesystem tree, and generate the requested image formats. Dependencies connect these operations across many recipes, which is why one image target expands into a much larger graph. Our second check isolates metadata validity from compilation and image construction. The same Wrynose release, stock layers, and QEMU target remain fixed. Because this workspace was parsed and built earlier, a dependency cache already exists, so this is a warm metadata check rather than a first parse. Success means BitBake can load the selected configuration and metadata without starting a new image build. It does not prove that every compiled task would succeed or that existing artifacts match the current metadata. Here is the metadata-only check. The parse completes successfully and reports that entries were loaded from the existing dependency cache. That is expected for this prepared workspace. The important result is the successful metadata check for the selected configuration, not the speed or the precise cache entry count. We have now verified that BitBake can resolve this metadata set. We have not run compiled tasks, changed a recipe, or rebuilt the image. The remaining evidence comes from outputs preserved by the earlier successful build. Yocto documentation deliberately distinguishes a recipe from a package. One BusyBox recipe produces several packages because different groups of installed files serve different purposes. The completed RPM feed contains the main runtime package and separate outputs for hardware clock support, system logging, the DHCP client, development files, debug information, source, and tests. This split allows an image to include only the runtime pieces it needs. Finding these RPMs proves that packaging output exists for this completed build. It does not prove that every one of those packages was selected for the minimal image. The minimal image has its own recipe, but it does not compile an application. It describes a bootable root file system. Its summary states that the image is only large enough to allow a device to boot. Its install selection starts with the core boot package group and permits controlled additions. Inheriting the core image class supplies the common image generation behavior. A size setting establishes the initial root file system allocation. The package group and its dependencies connect this concise image definition to the many runtime packages that eventually appear in the file system. The image manifest records installed packages, so it answers the question the package feed could not. It lists the BusyBox runtime package and selected companion packages for the hardware clock, system logging, and the DHCP client. Their recorded version is 137.0, matching the recipe and generated RPM names we inspected. Development, debug, source, and test packages exist in the feed, but do not appear in this minimal image manifest. This is the complete trace. Available metadata described BusyBox, tasks generated multiple packages, and image constructions selected only the runtime subset required by the image. The manifest describes package membership, but a deployable result needs more than that list. Our final terminal check enumerates the outputs preserved from the completed image build. We expect a kernel, root filesystem formats, QEMU boot configuration, the package manifest, test metadata, and software package data. This check is intentionally read-only. It verifies that those files exist in this workspace. It does not rebuild them, compare their hashes with another build, or boot them again. Here is the artifact inspection. The deploy directory contains the kernel and compressed root filesystem formats used to boot or distribute this target. The QEMU configuration describes how the emulator should launch the image. The manifest records installed packages. Test data output preserves build information used by image testing, and SPDX output records software composition evidence. These artifacts have different jobs, even though one image target produced them together. Their presence confirms the output side of this completed factory flow. Only a boot test can prove that a particular kernel and root file system start successfully. That verification was completed separately from this metadata inspection. The official diagram also shows a software development kit, but an SDK is not automatically created by every image build. A standard SDK has a host part containing cross-development tools and a target part containing libraries and headers for the device software. Dedicated SDK tasks generate an installer, manifests, an environment setup script, and related files under the SDK deploy directory. We did not run those tasks in this class, so the SDK remains a documented branch of the workflow rather than an observed output of our test. That boundary keeps the evidence accurate. We can now read the build as a chain instead of a wall of output. Resolved configuration selected Pokey and the QEMU machine. 3 stock layers supplied policy, hardware support, recipes, classes, and common metadata. The BusyBox recipe identified source, patches, and version 1.37.0. BitBake parsed that metadata and derived ordered tasks. Packaging produced several RPMs. Image construction selected the required runtime packages, recorded them in the manifest, and emitted the kernel, root file system, boot configuration, test data, and composition evidence. Each conclusion is tied to a different observable artifact. We followed the Yocto factory from metadata to a bootable image and traced one component through the package feed into the image manifest. Next, we opened BitBake's decision process. Effective variables, providers, task graphs, signatures, stamps, and logs. Subscribe to continue.